Vocal variety. Была ли vocal variety в этом спиче? Была. Vocal variety — это не значит говорить очень громко или говорить очень тихо. Это variety. It's variety. It's not just loud or quiet. It's a speed. It's a pause. Don't be afraid of a pause, because sometimes it's very powerful. I had just a short pause in my speech, but everybody was thrown in. Weren't you there with me, especially people who have children? You will be there with me when you have your children. When I said, is there a moment in your life? Weren't you with me? Didn't you reflect on your moments? That was the idea. It's not my moment, it's your moment. When you move on stage, we call it owning the stage. Have you ever seen that speaker moves just like this for no reason whatsoever, or even worse? Yes, I am exaggerating, but I'm exaggerating for a reason. So you can understand that it's distracting, it's annoying, it's wrong. When do we move? We move on purpose. My speech made me move. I invited you to my past. Why did I go to my right? Anybody? Toastmasters. Fellow Toastmasters. Why did I go to my right? Because it's your left. We start from left to right. This is my past. This is the present. This is the future. A lot of times, most of the presenters, they will move here to show the past. It's wrong. See, it's not about me. It's about you. I have to go like a mirror image. I have to be in a mirror. When I say left, I mean your left. When I say right, I mean your right. So when you build a timeline, you go from from your right, or audience left to audience right. And one more thing, I call them holograms. When I said such moments will be were in your past, they are in your present, they will be in your future, I didn't have to go there. I just point. You know this is the past, because you see that. You see it. That's how you build holograms on stage. There are little details to them, how you use them. Unfortunately, I cannot cover everything in this hour and 30 minutes. But you're lucky. We have a seminar on this weekend. It's a 2-day seminar. We can cover much more. We can talk about it a little later. Again, how to draw your audience in. Don't come out just say, good evening, fellow Toastmasters. You told me yourself, when you come out, you start with a bang. Start with a question, with a story. Invite everybody in. When I ask a question, what did I do? What did I trigger?
Interest.
Interest. What else? Your thought process. Your thought process. Even if you didn't answer, you started thinking. Right? So at least we were together again. That's an activity. Activity is not always get up, start moving, shake your hand, shake your whatever. No. Activity is just start thinking. Respond. Very hot. Can we put on air conditioner? It will look terrible on camera. That's another trick, or another interesting detail. Control what you can. Acknowledge what you cannot. I cannot control the temperature. I acknowledge it. It's hot. And you feel it and I feel it. So maybe we can fix it. Now, if I ignore it altogether, it becomes uncomfortable. Eventually, I may lose my audience. And if you're here, you may lose your audience. So to control what you can, acknowledge what you cannot. Do you have any questions so far? Yes.
I have the feeling that all your gestures and all your vocal variety was like studied, learned by heart. Do you contribute some spontaneous things when you are doing this speech? So, do you think that when you will do this speech, there may be some moments when your emotions will be spontaneous?
Okay, the question was, the vocal variety and gestures for this speech that I demonstrated were too learned or too rehearsed. Is there a spontaneity for any of the speeches I do? This was a contest speech. It was, of course, it was very well rehearsed and rehearsed, not hundreds, but tens of times. And I earned second place in a district competition for international speech competition with this speech. So in this particular speech, you're absolutely right. There was no spontaneity. However, the speech you saw today is different from the speech I did at the district, because I'm not a tape recorder. I'm doing it at the moment, and it's different because of my mood, because of my energy, because of my audience. So there are details. However, overall, it's a rehearsed speech. Now, when I do presentations, especially long presentations, like a day long or 2 days long, there is always improvisation, spontaneity, because I cannot prepare, like rehearse the entire 2-day presentation. And I would never do that for a number of reasons. Reason number one, it's too long to fully rehearse. Reason number two, I need audience feedback. It's a conversation, it's not a monologue. Today is a little different. Today it's a short, like a lecture presentation type. It's completely different when I do longer presentations, because it's much more interaction, it's much more feedback, it's much more conversation. My style is conversational. I don't like lectures or long lectures, and that's why. So there is spontaneity, there is improvisation, because I feed off the audience. Yes?
About the gestures, did you rehearse the very gestures?
No.
That I move my hand here, and now here, like this?
No. Okay, question was, did I rehearse my gestures? The answer is no. Tell you why. I don't know if you remember a movie, Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc. It was a very interesting movie, and Churikova, I think, was the star. Why am I saying it? Because one episode was that she was upset. She couldn't move her hands. She said, I don't know what to do with my hands. And the director says, which one? She said, the right one. Okay, where is this saw? Let me just. He wanted to saw it off, like cut it off. She said, oh no, that's it. No problem. I remember now. When you start thinking about your hands, about your gestures, you become a robot. Okay, now I'm going to move like this. And now I'm going to say like this. And this is this. And look at my finger. No. When you start doing that, eventually people, well, you're laughing because I'm demonstrating. Obviously, I'm exaggerating. But the truth is that you cannot concentrate on your gestures. However, a little trick or a little thing to remember. There are destructive gestures and there are useful gestures. Destructive gesture. Now you can say, Isaac, what in the world are you doing? Nothing. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't belong here. So I'm just doing. Okay, again, another one. Men like to do that. And if we have change in our pocket, you would hear jingle now. Okay, I took out change from my pockets on purpose. I don't have change. And